guys, welcome to the mix. It's time for another weekly roundup, and yeah, we did miss one, but as you may have noticed, there was this little thing called Black Friday, or Pink Friday as we always tend to coin it. Yeah, so that nearly killed us. So thank you so much for making that such a success this year. I mean, in terms of the numbers and behind the scenes for us, it was a new record. It seems to get bigger every year, but that's probably, you know, that's probably a nationwide sort of thing, a global sort of thing. The sort of consumer holiday, the festival has really come over from the States. And embedded itself over here now. So yeah, Amazon does a lot, but it looks like everyone this year was doing kind of Black Friday week, so a run up to it, big extended week-long thing, and then Cyber Monday, I know it's kicked in on Monday, but then it's become Cyber Week, and I don't know, I think on the back of this, it's actually better for us because the couriers have done a pretty good job, and in fact they've over-delivered. So we've had deliveries landing on the weekends that weren't booked for the weekend, and we've had evening deliveries. So actually, yes, I haven't been tearing my hair out quite as much as I feared. Speaking of my hair, yes, I know I need a haircut quite badly. It's on my agenda. Hopefully we get time before Christmas now things are returning to something like normal. Anyway, Black Friday. Yeah, we were, I don't know, 15%, maybe nearly 20% up on last year, so that's fantastic for doing it. But this is down to, obviously, yeah, you lovely guys, but we did things slightly differently this year, and we probably make it too hard for ourselves, but we did a discount, we had gift bundles, same as we've done before, but we went to the trouble of doing sort of landing pages as well, and we had some launches tied in. That was the cool thing that I enjoyed. We had products that actually hit for the festival, so there's more stuff to come in for rather than just, oh, save on this, because I hate making it about money. I like doing the freebies things, and yeah, I like doing the launch stuff, so it added a lot of stress because, as you guys probably saw, we launched, and I teased it a little bit in the run-up, but it was all a bit hush-hush, and it was all a bit, well, it was very rushed in general, to be honest. We didn't know until almost a week before that this was going to happen. It was always in the air, but yeah, we had Alani Nu. So that's the stuff here. Supps on the end. We've done a dedicated video on this, Million I did. Again, done very, very quickly, very frantically before the Pink Friday thing kicked off and the big launch kicked off, and it was a buy one, get one free special, which is insane. We've never done anything like that before. Maybe on snacks in the past, like buy one bar, get another bar free, but to do it on supplements and expensive imported supplements at that, very, very rare, and it's so cool that Alani Nu actually supported doing this. So consequently, we are out of stock of probably 2/3 of it, 3/4 of it now. So much of it went out the door on that first day. That was just a 24-hour one. Technically speaking, we left a couple of the buy one, get one frees running on what we had left, but I think all the big ones disappeared out. So the coolest flavors of whey, the most popular pre-flavors, and there are like 9 pre-flavors. So I'll come back to that in a minute, but the Alani Nu launch was the big one, and then we had ghost stuff here. So this is Maxx Chewning's Legend collaboration, the sort of frozen cocktail flavors there, so I'll touch on those in a bit as well. You guys probably know this now. If you follow us, you know Ghost probably, and you know they made a huge fuss about this. Same as it did last year, came back this year with an extra flavor, the strawberry daiquiri. Anyway, yes, it's slightly delirious right now. We're on catch-up sleep mode here, and I'm putting the shop back together, putting the business back together. But yeah, it was a big success, so I hope loads of you had fun with doing it. If you're watching this and you stopped by, and I know many of you did, then I hope you enjoy your stuff. I hope you enjoy the freebies. I hope we didn't mess anything up. I hope it's been awesome. And again, I'll make the same pledge. We'll try and do bigger and better next year. So we're going to tie up probably more launches for it next year. And I'll you know, I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I'll try and plan in advance. And it's just going to be all more organized and slick and very cool. Anyway, what have we done now? Yep, already a lot of wittering is a big intro here. It's weekly roundup time. I've got to get back to normal. I've got tons to tell you about. The thing is, a load of stuff sort of arrived in time for Black Friday, but we didn't have time to get up on the site, and we also thought, well, sod it, let's save it for Christmas, let's save it to have some new stuff to talk about after Black Friday, because everything goes really quiet in the supplement industry around about now. And to be honest, I'm fairly happy about that fact, because we could do with a bit of a break, and then obviously New Year is a big surge in this particular industry. But we can't go quite just yet, so I want to have a little bit more Christmas fun, and we do have a bunch of new products. Check our Just Arrived section. Tons of stuff's been ploughed in. Henry and Millie have been working overtime. We've had a load of posts on Instagram and the blog, emails going out, so we've got lots of cool stuff, and obviously seasonal things as well, that last-ditch chance to go in there and swipe them, including the Swolesome bars are on the end here. So lots of them I'm going to try and dash through for here. Yeah, we'll go back to chronological order. Basically, snack-wise, these two bars here. So I'll move the grenade drinks a second. These two came in just before Pink Friday, Black Friday kicked off for us. Didn't get a chance to do a video, was way too busy frantically panicking about everything. So I'm going to cover them now. We did launch these just before Black Friday, I think. We did the post. The Mars Salted Caramel, again, we just got those up, so we didn't get a chance to do videos or anything more involved, but yeah, we'll start with these here. Both very, very nice snacks. We'll start with the Oatein. Oatein went quiet for a bit. I mean, they've been around, but they haven't been doing too much domestically. They do a lot in the Middle East. A lot of the products go out there, like the flapjacks they started with doing, and they've just got back into bars, or at least rehashing bars and stuff. So they had the low sugar bars. They've now got hype bars. We've been waiting for a while. A little bit late coming in from Oatein, a little bit late coming to them from the factory, but yeah, they're in now, and they haven't disappointed. The crunch bars that came in, very like the Applied Crunch ones, but probably slightly better nutritional. Some awesome vegan ones as well. 2 are vegan, 2 are not. All vegetarian though. They have been incredibly popular, so that was a great way back into it for them, a great reintroduction to the mix, so we've had a lot of fun with that, and it's good to be working with Andy over there again. Now the bars though. Bars, 3 flavours. We've got salty caramel. Everyone loves doing salted caramel. It's probably the most popular flavour throughout now. We've got cookies and cream. Slightly unconventional cookies and cream, but it's really good. I mean, it was Millie's favourite. I preferred the salted caramel. I think most of you guys prefer the salted caramel, but it's a great bar. And there's a hazelnut one. So this is a sort of Nutella, hazelnut creamy sort of thing, and that's more of a chocolate one. That's probably not the best one of them for me. It's just the hazelnut flavour is kind of in the background. It's more of a sort of chocolate fest, but very nice, just not as good as these. So I'm only going to show you one of them because, as you notice, I've got tons to get through, and I really don't want this to be the longest video ever. It is late on a Saturday doing this, but I was determined to get this done because there's not going to be so many more before the end of 2019. I want to cram some more stuff in. But yeah, this is my catch-up one, so sorry if it drags a tiny bit. Snack-wise, though, we'll go in with this to give you something to look at. Hype bar, yes, they do live up to hype. We've had a lot of that sort of thing going on with the taglines. Salty caramel, 18 grams of protein, 1.6 grams of sugar, 190 calories. So broadly speaking, the usual specs on these for the low sugar triple layer. They call them quadruple layer here. I think it's just a triple layer. They've been a bit cheeky about the chocolate on the underside. But fundamentally, chocolate coating, soft nougat core, exceptionally soft nougat core in these. So I think this is the first bar in a very long time I've had a review come in saying too soft. That's a bit weird because more often than not you hear protein bars are too chewy. These are quite the opposite. I don't think it can be too soft at all, and I think the texture is fantastic on these, especially when you bear in mind they're vegetarian. So veggie-friendly bars in the kind of 200 calories, low sugar, high protein space, very few and far between. Usually collagen, gelatin going in, and whilst most people probably don't pay much attention to the fact that that's in there, the hydrolyzed collagen stuff, or they don't care, some people do. It really does put them off buying these. That's why most of Grenades bars aren't when they released the Dark Choc Raspberry that was veggie friendly. Big new market for them there. Ditto with the USN Trust Crunch, most of them not vegetarian, technically speaking. Then they released the Raspberry Cheesecake as the veggie one. You tend to lose some protein in this because the gelatin, the collagen, does actually bring some protein in and of itself beyond the booster texture, the binding stuff it brings, the moisture it brings, which is why they use this stuff. So yeah, like this, it's 18 grams of protein instead of the 20 grams of protein we're perhaps more used to seeing in the sort of Bear Bells and the Grenade bars. But yeah, damn near the same thing. I don't think the 2 grams of protein is going to make a world of difference, and they do taste amazing, and because it ticks that veggie box as well, why not? So, salty caramel, you know what you're looking for there, high protein, guilt-free, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the same. How does it taste? How does it look? I guess the way it tastes is the best bet. There you go. So, it's chocolate coating, soft core, loads of caramel, tons and tons of caramel, and looks like knobbly bits as well. So I'm going to come in, get the first food porny close-up of the day for you. Boom. Nothing much to see on the outside. It's a fairly thin bar, but yeah, decently thick. Same weight as everything else. What is it? 55 grams? 60 grams, actually. There you go. So just to show you how soft this is, let's go for a break. Yeah, it pulls apart. Nougat type thing. Absolutely no fighting that at all. What you are looking at there, make it look a tiny bit neater. Where's the damn lens? Is that focusing? Yeah, you've got a sort of nougat proteiny base on it. That's the super soft bit. Loads and loads of caramel. Very deep, rich caramel on this one. It's a very pleasant caramel flavour. And then you've got the protein coating, the chocolate coating, very milky chocolate here with protein crispies. Usual deal. You can pull it apart. You don't have to bite through. That is very, very nice indeed. There you go. That's actually a better shot. This is the bit I pulled off. Look at that. How tempting does that look? Let's go for a squish. Can I do that? Yep, very sticky, very oozy. I'm actually starving, so it's another one of those ones where I'm going to find myself eating loads in front of you. Yep, you can probably tell I quite like that. It's a very nice bar. And it is cold in here as well. I think warmed up they'll be even softer. But it is... Whew, very deep, rich sugar. I'd say brown sugary sort of salted caramel, almost burnt salted caramel. Yeah, the chocolate coating fairly mild. I mean, the chocolate doesn't take it. The salted caramel flavour takes it. Yeah, the base is a sort of brown sugary sort of like the brown sugar maple. What do they call it? Treacle brown sugar, like a treacly thing. I don't know. Yeah, it's not particularly salty, I'll say that. If you're after saltiness, this bar is not going to blow you away. Most people don't want it too salty, actually, so I think they've fallen on the right side of the fence here. That's just incredibly nice. Oh, sticky and all over the place, what fun. So yeah, that's the salted caramel one. We've got the cookies and cream underneath. Again, I'm not going to open that and show you. You can see the fantastic photographs on site. It's more of the same, so nutritional's damn near the same. Ingredients damn near the same. In terms of the cookies and cream thing, it's in there, but again, it's a very sort of fudgy thing. It tastes, in fact, like a Cadbury's fudge. There's a lot of that experience comes through. It's not too sweet. I mean, they're sweet, but the flavour is very, very deep and rich. So as Chef says, it's not bittersweet on any of them. It's been nicely done. I think most of the people coming back, and we've already had reviews in on this, have been pleasantly surprised. Just because Oatein, perhaps unfairly, don't have the best reputation. Like, decent snacks, but nothing to write home about. The squares, the Millionaire Crunch ones, did make people think, oh, hang on a second, what have they done here? Because it was, as I say, arguably better than the applied ones that had already been very good sellers. These ones, again, I think you'll bite in and try them, and you'll think, oh, wow, Oatein, where'd you pull this one from? Because it is a bit different, and it's vegetarian. It's nice they took the time, the effort to do that. Yes, it opens up a market, but no one else is doing it. It does give them sort of clear blue space, clear blue water, clear blue whatever, to actually get these bars home. So it does open things up, yeah, quite a lot. There's a bundle on site as well. It's a 12-bar thing. The usual, they're quite a good price. I think they're actually cheaper than Carb Killers, cheaper than the Trust Crunch, 22, 23 quid a box, something like that. All the Oatein stuff, great value, and I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised. The hazelnut one, I will say, yes, isn't the most hazelnutty flavour going. If you want Nutella, it's there, but it's not really there, so I wouldn't choose that first and foremost. I'd say salted caramel if you're just going to try one to get an impression of the range. That is probably the winner, then the cookies and cream, and then the hazelnut one on the other end. Oh, so there you go. That's the Oatein bars in the mix. Caught up with those. Andy, well done. They were worth the wait. Fantastic bars. If you're watching this, hi. The next one. Woo! This one we promoted, I think, just before Black Friday kicked in. Maybe. Anyway, no, it's Mars. Another official Mars one. It's in their high protein range, so it hits a whopping, I think it's 20 grams of protein in this one. It is a bit confusing how they do it. It is 20 grams of protein. They've scored that. The sugars are... Where are they at? Whoa! Sugars are at 13 grams. So actually, I hadn't taken that into account there. 200 calorie bar. I mean, the fact is, it's not way more carbohydrates than any of the other way. The reason the calories haven't leapt up loads is because they're just using less of the polyols and things. So I guess it's closer to more like a real food type thing, but it's still a lot lower sugar than you'd get in your normal Mars bar. And because it's a salted caramel one, it's not quite the same as this in that there's not the intensity of the caramel, or at least no more so than the regular Mars high protein bar that we've had on site for ages. But it does seem there's more caramel. So with no more ado, I'll open this and show you. As you know, with the Mars bars, they do the Mars, the Snickers, they do the Bounty Flapjacks. I mean, we've had the Cadbury's, the Boost things. Like these ones, they're not the leanest, most macro-friendly protein bars that we have, nor do I think they should be. Like these guys should go above and beyond to actually make a decadent snack. They're allowed more sugar because anything they do is going to be less sugar, it's going to be more healthy than their original ones. They're kind of convenience store ones, they're corner shop ones. So they don't have to do a lot to try and blow you away in terms of nutritionals. They're already going to win by just taking out a few grams of sugar. And to get that protein in, pretty cool. Again, they're authentic chocolate and everything. It's got their real name on it, the household one. So you can't really go wrong. Yeah, it looks, I'll bring it in again. Let's just see, I've got the flavour, the last Oatein salted caramel with its super low sugar. In my mouth, on my taste buds at the moment. So let's see how this one goes. Very kind of bland and uninspiring bar. Yeah, it's a lot firmer than the Oatein, I'll give you that, so it's a bite job from me. There you go. Hopefully. Well, it tastes like Mars. It's a win. Yeah, it is firmer. It's not unpleasant, no, at all. It's not a fight, it's not chewy. And the caramel in there, it's maybe a tad sharper than the regular Mars High Protein. A teeny, scoochy, tiny bit sharper. But it just seems to me there's a little bit more of it. That's what I'm saying. If you call this the Mars Extra Caramel Bar, I think you'd be close to the mark. But it has that signature Mars chocolate. There is the trace to the milk chocolate coating this. So it's probably their authentic thing again. The inside doesn't taste of much more than just kind of chocolate caramel. That's bothering me. Sorry. What more can I say? Not a lot. It's a Mars bar. I mean, you could get the Mars High Protein, the salted caramel one here. You know, nutritionals are around about the same. The experience is around about the same. They're not going to disappoint. It's obviously not first and foremost what Mars do, but Mars Protein have they've committed to it. It's nice to actually releasing some other things. So we obviously had I can still reach it. I can still reach it. The Mars High Protein here. The Snickers as well. They've done incredibly well. The Snickers has probably won out as the best seller, but very popular. I mean, ditto in terms of special editions. There's a peanut butter Snickers. So again, it's the Snickers bar with extra peanut. This is the Mars bar with extra caramel. So, yeah, you could accuse them perhaps of a lack of imagination, but we do like these things. You just have to see them in the right light. You have to understand that they are Mars, and what they fundamentally do is real full-on candy bars, no holds barred stuff. So reining things in a bit, they're already ticking a massive box, and it's got that kind of credibility that comes from the heritage, kind of nostalgic childhood candy bar favourite thing of Mars. Okay, I think they have more coming, incidentally. I don't know exactly what. My head's been fried. I haven't spoken to anyone on that side of things for a few weeks now. It probably won't come out to the new year, but that salted caramel one was a bit of a surprise. I didn't know that was coming. It just kind of popped up. So yeah, more of those would be great. I would love to see a white chocolate thing. I have a hunch they're working on one. So white chocolate things tend to do incredibly well in the mix, especially this time of year when you want the extra decadence, and white chocolate is seen as like the worst thing for you, especially because it's all sugar pretty much, white chocolate is. So I'd love to see a white chocolate Snickers. That's an amazing combination, or indeed the white chocolate Mars bar, something like that. If you remember, they had a Mars extra chocolate bar. That was a similar kind of deal to that. They tweaked it a little bit, but nothing significant, nothing you'd really notice. I actually quite liked it, but they discontinued it. So yeah, I don't know how long the salted caramel one will last, but while it's here, grab some. It's probably a great Christmas present stocking filler. On that, we do have a chocolate candy bar protein gift bundle. So obviously, yes, Christmas is coming, as if you hadn't noticed. Now, Pink Friday is out of the way. We're going hell for leather on Christmas. You'll notice there's a slightly pathetic little strand of tinsel going around the counter here, but we do have some other stuff in the shop. We've got some lights. We've got a very, very narrow rocket-shaped Christmas tree that I misjudged. Yeah, we've been making it look a little bit more Christmassy, trying to get in the mood now. We've caught up on sleep a tiny bit following Pink Friday, but we haven't got a huge amount of time to make a fuss of Christmas. So you'll notice the logo has gone up on the website. Every year the Christmas logo goes up there. There is a kind of stars going down the background. I've changed the Instagram, I've changed the Facebook. I'm getting there. I'll probably have all the Christmas assets in place just in time for Christmas, when it should be up now. But yeah, 'tis the season. We're trying to get into it. Yeah, gift bundles up on site. We'll be pushing these a load. They're very cute, very handy, good to go. So, I mean, if you're trying to get something for the fitness lover in your life that's really difficult to shop for, or if it's just you yourself and you want, you want to feel less weird at Christmas, eating protein bars as sort of healthier equivalent sweet treats and decadent things, then again, presented in this way, probably get away with it. And yeah, we've tried to do the cute stickers and everything else we usually do. So we like to think they're pretty desirable and giftable at Christmas. But they're up on site. There's like 8, 9, 10 of them, loads of them. They're absolutely the bane of Millie's life at the moment because she's making most of the bundles. But they've got little gift tags attached and everything, all super cute. I can't remember if I showed you that. I'll bring it in quickly. So now we've got them here. There you go. Most of them come in bags like this, and you get pick-a-mixy gift tags. There he is. So you can write on that. It's all good to go. So yeah, look out for those on site. We're going to try and chuck together a sort of little landing page. But yeah, you know they're there. We did a post on Instagram you might have seen. Okay. Where am I at? That is 22 minutes. And that's about the snacks done. Okay. Also, I might as well go on to this one next. It's that time of year where everyone has loads to do. The days are really short, it's cold, it's unpleasant, you've got Christmas shopping to do, you've got work functions to go to, you've got family dues to go to. Everyone is probably lacking in energy. Coffee's going to save you, but energy drinks as well. Like, they're always popular picks this time of year, more than you'd realise. And Grenade have launched one, probably a tad late in the year, truth be told, but Grenade Energy, another imaginatively titled one from them. There you go. So, I'm kind of glad they went with just Grenade Energy rather than Grenade 50 cal energy drink or something like that, because that as a pre-workout, it does the job. It's not something you'd associate with a kind of on-the-go pleasant experience drinking. Whereas going just for straight-up energy, does what it says on the bottle, looks quite nice. They've got a kind of graffiti artworky thing going on. A bit ghosty, I suppose. Maybe that's inspired it, but yeah, pretty cute. Dinky little cans. Don't let that fool you. This is not weak. This is around about 150 milligrams of caffeine. So this 330 ml can is about the same strength as a kind of Monster Ultra Relentlessy type sugar-free one, like an at about 150, and they've added in vitamins, electrolytes, and BCAAs. So all these energy drinks, even the high street ones, even the supermarket ones, tend to infuse it with taurine or something like that. There tends to be some vitamins added. But again, Grenade being fundamentally, or first and foremost, a supplement company, have infused it with a bunch of other stuff. So pretty cool, and it's natural caffeine. They're going on about electrolytes, BCAAs. What have we got in there? 1.5 grams. I mean, if you can think of it as kind of tyrosine too. Yeah, they've got some cool ingredients going on. If you think it's a bit like a Nocco, I suppose. So if you're quite used to getting the Nocco drinks, then this puts you in the ballpark. I personally find the flavour much milder here, and I think a lot of you might actually prefer it. So I'll open one here because I need to drink it myself. They haven't described the actual flavour. They don't have a range. One flavour, they've called it Original, which doesn't tell us much, and I was immediately afraid it was Red Bull. I don't mind Red Bull, but I think Red Bull should be left to Red Bull. Anyone who sort of copies it, does knockoffs like the supermarket ones, they don't tend to work. If I'm going to have a Red Bull, if I'm going to have that flavour, I'm just going to have Red Bull, energy drink flavour, Red Bull. Here, that actually isn't what they've done. We were told it was a fruity watermelon. It isn't. It's a fruity melon. So there's quite a weird distinction there. We're used to watermelon. Watermelon supplements left, right, and centre. This is very much melon. So like the white melon rather than the sort of, reddy pinky one. Yeah, I totally get melon there. What else? There's probably some other fruit going on. I don't eat a huge amount of fruit. I only synthesize synthetic fruit. But yeah, melon's the first taste that hits me. Maybe there's a trace of apple. There's more of a freshness there. There's some kind of zestiness, maybe kiwi or something like that. But I think melon is the first flavour that'll hit. Some people might find it a bit weird because I can't immediately conjure up any other drink that tastes just like this. But I think that's a good thing. I think Grenade were wise to go a slightly different tack with this one. And it's very drinkable. So the post actually went live today, on Saturday. It's lightly carbonated. There's not a lot of fizz there at all. Probably even more lightly carbonated than something like the Nocco. Easier to drink than that. Nocco is actually 180 milligrams of caffeine, which does make it a tiny bit more bitter, and the flavours have to be harsher. So 150 for a can, certainly this size, is still a fair whack. but it's something very quaffable, very drinkable, and you can have it for a workout, you can have it walking around and about. It doesn't look inherently sports nutrition-y. Yeah, it's just pretty cute, pretty badass. Yeah, I like it. I have to say I like it. It's maybe it's just a terrible time of year to launch something like this, but it's not proved popular. In terms of the website, we've got quite a few cases in. I was like, oh, great, excellent. You know, this time of year, small cans are a good price as well. I thought they would fly out. They have not. I think we've only sold a handful of them, which is super weird. But yeah, maybe you guys seeing it on the video here will give them a chance. They'll probably turn up in Holland and Barrett and elsewhere. So, I mean, Grenade have those hooks into grocery left, right and centre. But yeah, we love our energy drinks here in the mix, and we couldn't resist getting it in. It is a bit different. It's got a good punch to it. There's a lot of stuff that will get you through a workout just as much as it will get you through a day, and you're not going to feel weird on it. I can't imagine anyone having an issue with this at all. And as it is natural caffeine as well, it's going to be less of a drag on your system. So yeah, quite nice. Well done, Grenade. Cheers. So that'll get me through the rest of the video, I think. Snacks done. Or at least snacks I'm going to show you. The other one, there's always a problem because by the time we get around to showing them, they've sold out. So actually, we've got some of them. Basically, Swolesome, Maddie has been busy again. She always does a spectacular Christmas range. She's done, I think, 2 or 3 of her own bars, and she's done one just for us. So we have got one called the Nutty and Nice, and it's gone. So that's sold out first off. It is a spectacular bar, to be fair. A few versions went backwards and forwards working that out with Maddie. Again, because of the Christmas white chocolate hookup, everyone loves that. It's a white chocolate bar. These two are white chocolate bars as well. And our one is a sort of hazelnut inspired, like white chocolate Kinder Bueno is kind of what we're going for. So there's a lovely filling on it there. There is the white chocolate coating. It's got like sprinkles on top as well, crunchy kind of golden balls, and it's a lovely mashup there. But the sort of cream running through the middle, the filling there is the real magic, and that one sold out immediately. Now we do have some come back in. We've begged and pleaded with Maddie to make as many as she can, so we should have another batch next week, and then we'll see. I know she's cutting off for Christmas before too long, so we've got to get as many as we can. What I'm waving about here, sorry, is the other one. She's got one of her own one. I think she's done her own chocolate Yule log one, which has been a very popular one in years gone by. I think she's kept that for herself at the moment. So jump over to her site if you want to get those. We've got a Happy Christmas vegan protein bar. So it says Happy Christmas is pie. So the gag is mince pie. It's basically, and she has done one of these before, a surprisingly authentic mince pie bar, dairy-free, plant-based, and the rest. And here we've got Gingerbread House. This is probably my second favourite. This is a white chocolate one, and it's stuffed full of ginger snap pieces. So yeah, crunched up ginger biscuits basically. So there's a nice kind of little bit of fire and spice going on in there, and it's got sweets in it. So the kind of chocolate and candies and even all sortsy type things that you would put on a gingerbread house have been infused in this bar. So it's another great pick and mixy style mashup from Maddie there. Bring them in, cute labels. Maddie's knocking it out the park with these. Pie Christmas and Gingerbread House protein bar. What's she done there? Wheat, yeah. So yeah, nutritionals, details, everything else up on site. We've got 14 grams of protein in the planty one, 20 grams in the Gingerbread House. I think our one's about 20 grams as well. I'm mentioning it because when our one comes back in, jump on it. I know there are loads of people waiting already. I've had to limit them, I think 6 or 8 per person, just to try and eke them out. I'm going to have to definitely make sure it's 6, because otherwise we won't have a chance of getting these all around. But we really do send these out worldwide. They're kind of legendary at this point. So well played, Maddie. Anyway, very cute. This one, I should say, has got real mince pie filling. So there's real fruity filling inside, and the extra mile Maddie's gone to, she's baked up her own Swolesome pastry recipe. So there's like pie crust pieces inside from mince pie as well. So yeah, amazingly authentic, very delicious. Loads of very sexy pictures turning up all over Instagram. Customers are sharing these and she's posting them, and our own pictures in fact as well. Obviously Millie's done a load of cool cross sections. So I don't have enough of these to chomp down on right now for you, but there's plenty of pictures around to see what you're going to get. But hey, it's Swolesome food. It's a Christmas range. You know it's going to be fantastic. Grab those when they come back in. These two are up on site at the moment in our Swolesome bundle, and we will have the Nutty and Nice back in hopefully Wednesday. We're trying to sneak some other restocks from her as well. It's getting tight. I think we might have, for vegans, the chocolate salted caramel shortcake rather, coming back in too. Just because it's a nice tie-up, then you can fill a bundle up with the mince pie bar. And we'll try and get some other bits and pieces in as well. I think there's Choc truffle on site, but we're waiting on Bicky butter. Sorry, we're waiting on cookies and dreamy. Yeah, it's just that we are running out of time, and Maddie's it's had so much demand on her own site that she just can't get us as many as we need. But yeah, next week, fingers crossed, have as much as possible. Okay, Swolesome done. Okay, let's do supplements. I can't put this off anymore, and I'll try and zip through it because I know the snacks are what people are most interested in this time of year. We've kind of done the supplements to death, and yeah, it's fun stuff, and then we'll kick back in for next year. See, so easy to drink. Ooh, okay, let's go in with. I think I've got the counter further back this year. You notice Millie's moved the shelves around a little bit as well. We usually have the top shelf just for Ghost. We were actually trying to do it with like stim pre-workouts, non-stim, then BCAAs. I don't know. I mean, the shop does go on around. You never see all of it, but most of it's dedicated to snacks, or there's a load of PES stuff over there, protein tubs. So yeah, we need to give it a bit of a rethink, I think. But we've got too many brands, too much to try and fit in now. Anyway, okay, we're going to do. Let's go plant-based. I've just mentioned the happy mince pie Christmassy one from Maddie there. Let's stick with this. It's another one we're actually very excited about. Another kind of surprise launch. Another kind of seasonal one. So Awesome Supps is Ben Coomber's brand, the nutritionist Ben Coomber. You've probably seen him talking. He does a lot of podcast stuff, does videos and things around. But yeah, good guy, knows his stuff. Best-selling vegan protein I think we have actually, and this is overall the American brands and everything, and any brand we've ever done, is the chocolate salted caramel Awesome Supps. So it's fantastic value too. It's like 40 servings for 28, 29 quid. Great nutritionals on it, 100 calories a serving. It is kind of gluten-free and everything as well. Lovely bold flavour, particularly the chocolate salted caramel. That one is the winner, but the choc and nut's great as well. Yeah, it's fantastic protein. So if you're looking for a genuinely tasty vegan protein, that is the one for you. Right now, though, they have riffed off that and done a seasonal special in cute little dinky tubs, just like they've scaled it down a bit. Chocolate orange. So let's bring this in quickly. We've done the post on this as well, so you might have seen it on social media. Woo. Awesome vegan protein, there you go, and it really is awesome. Yeah, it is smooth, that is true. Complete amino acid profile. It's a blend, if any of you care. It's a blend of pea and rice, I believe. Where's he actually written it? Pea protein isolate, brown rice protein flavoring, cocoa powder. So pretty damn simple. But anyway, done chocolate orange. This is surprisingly nice. I'm not a big chocolate orange guy. I've probably said that on here a few times. You know, Christmas time, yeah, I can have a Terry's chocolate orange. I can have a Jaffa. What they've done here is exactly what I hoped they did when I heard about it. They've taken their already best-selling, wonderful chocolate salted caramel protein, our bestseller over the last 2 years, and they have infused a very surprisingly natural tasting, actually, zesty orange through it. So it is a bit bitter in the same way Ghost have been doing their true to juice flavors. They've done the same thing here. It could easily have been like a candy orange. It isn't that. It's a very, very fresh, citrusy taste that hits you first off. So in terms of when it hits your palate, and indeed when you smell this stuff, the orange is the first flavour that comes through, and you might actually think, oh, that's quite sharp, but don't worry, the depth and richness of the chocolate behind it, which is again, I think, leaning on their chocolate salted caramel, takes away from it very quickly, and you get very much the same experience, same mixability, and same enjoyment, everything else from that, but with this lovely kind of overtone, this kind of orangey sonata going over the top. It's yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty. I mean, you know, I'm obviously not a plant-based guy, but I was pleasantly surprised with what they've done here. I don't think it would be a bestseller all year round. It is a bit of a seasonal one, it's a bit of a niche one, but it's definitely worth a tub of this. And because they're smaller, dinkier tubs, almost stocking filler size, why not grab it? They're like 18 quid, 19 quid a tub, I think. So less than £1 a serving, fantastic value. It is 115 calories a serving, 1.7 grams of fat, 2.1 grams of carbs, less than a gram of sugar, and 21 grams of protein. Yeah, pretty exceptional. You can't argue with this, and this is up on site now. We didn't get that many. They didn't even want to share this with me. It was a small run just for their own site as a kind of Christmas promotion, but I've managed to beg and plead, as I usually somehow manage to with all these brands, to get some of these things in. So we will almost certainly be sold out. We will be sold out these by Christmas because, yeah, we only got a couple of dozen, and I know half a dozen have already gone on the back of the post we did. So, yeah, it's probably a one hit for you guys, but I think you'll enjoy it. You get it just for Christmas. It's a nice novelty. They do have more flavors coming. They have been promising them for ages. They mentioned a coffee one and things, so like a mochaccino. So yeah, I don't know. We've got vanilla, we've got choc and nut, we've got the chocolate salted caramel, and then we've got this. all on site now, all awesome. Okay, let's stick with protein. We'll jump over here. This is a bit of a restock one. It's going to lead me into a new pre-workout with a wonderfully silly name. It is the cinnamon bun, again, kind of seasonal. Mini bags, again, similar to that. Yummy Sports, cinnamon bun. Boom, you can't really miss that. They have a gingerbread too. I think that's in small bags. We might get some of that, but it won't be to the new year now. What we have is this back. We've had this before, sold out very, very quickly. And again, it's a limited run now. I think, again, we got a couple of dozen bags. It has been going out quite nicely. Yeah, it's fiery, it's sweet. All the Yummy Sports proteins, particularly sweet. Yeah, it's a great one. Cinnamon Christmas. Think of this as Snickerdoodle, and you won't be disappointed at all. Fantastic nutritionals, 112 calories, blah blah blah. Isolate protein, so very low. It's gluten free, very low lactose, and the rest. So it's great quality protein. But as with Yummy Sports, it is dessert like. It is sweet. It is over the top, and it's a great time of year for it. That is back, so grab it while you can. In terms of a new launch from them, this is an entirely new one really for us because they have done pre-workouts in the past, and we've always bypassed them. They did one called Angry Unicorn, which looked great, sounded fun, but I was never convinced by the formula. Just not something I enjoyed that much. So I've always, I swerved actually selling it. We do their BCAAs, we've done their isoprotein, we've even done their vegan stuff, we've done their beach ready kind of, what do they call it? It's not fat burner, it's a fat metabolizer. So it's a little metabolism booster type stuff, like L-carnitine, pretty mild. It was stim-free, but it would give you a little bit of an uplift. It was quite a nice product, mixed up quite nicely. I just found it enjoyable, and it was a great price for what it was. So we did a few bits of their range. Pre-workouts we skipped. Well, they have a new one, and again, I'm going to bring this in because it's great fun. I'm a big fan of the mythical honey badger. Everyone knows the honey badger. I assume you've seen the video. It was one of those big meme virally type things around. It's probably gone a bit quiet of late, but I don't know, a few years back, it was the honey badger don't give a shit type thing. So there's a wonderful kind of, mock nature type thing, like, videos of the honey badger doing its thing in the wild. And it's a pretty badass creature, lots of cool stuff about it, but it had a rather camp voiceover saying like, honey badger don't care, honey badger don't give a shit. And the animal's kind of famous because it's it's kind of like the Terminator, a little bit hard to put off, a little bit hard to kill. Basically, they've got really thick skins. I'm not going to turn to like a nature program here, but there's loads of cool stuff if you read about this animal, and you can understand quite why it's got the reputation it has. And serious big apex predators like lions fear these things and actually avoid them because they have really thick hides, so it's really hard for them to actually kill them. So bite, cut through their skin, do whatever else. They're very, very hardy creatures. They've got a surprising amount of strength and heft for their size. So if you think of them as kind of beefy badgers, they're that sort of spec, but they've got very, very long claws, and because they do feed on like honey, like bees, like nests, and hives and things, they dig into the ground to get at them, and the bees' defense obviously is to sort of dive bomb them and sting them, which will put a lot of other animals off. That's why they do it. But because their skin's so thick, the poison, the sting, it doesn't actually affect them. So thousands of bees can sting these things, and they'll just keep coming. So that's the point, right? The honey badger don't give a shit. So they're like all having a go at him, and he's just batting them off and still going. And yeah, they have these fantastic things. I'm a big fan. I have read about them. They emasculate their prey. So if they get attacked by a lion, big cats and things, they will actually run between their legs and scratch at their like balls, which is absolutely terrifying. But you can understand why they get away with fighting off big prey, and it's cool. Like, they can bite them and maul them, and they'll get up and keep coming. And they can, because their skin's quite loose as well as thick, they can turn in it and attack in the face. So if they're being bitten up and bitten and lifted up by a lion, they can actually swivel round like kind of the scruff of their neck and claw at their eyes and stuff. So those are really cool things, and they're supposed to be immune to certain types. Same way that they can just put up with the stings. I think like snake venom and stuff, that doesn't affect them either. Yeah, they just keep coming. Anyway, sorry, whinging on about that. Yeah, I do love the honey badger, and yeah, pre-workout kind of like that. It's a ferocious creature, and it's a ferocious pre-workout. Although it isn't. This is a funny one because I have tried this now after we got the batch in from Canada when the last shipment came in, and it's actually a much smoother, they say the most ferocious pre-workout, it's actually a much smoother experience than you'd probably give it credit for. It's not even got beta-alanine in it, right? So if they wanted to pick up on that whole stinging thing, you'd figure they'd dose up the beta-alanine. There isn't any in there. So it's actually a tingle-free experience, and really what you'll notice from this is very high in nootropics. So there's a lot of focus will come through, great mood boosting, instantly 10 minutes, 15 minutes after taking this, worries melt away, you feel upbeat. It's quite a wonderful experience, almost like a cognitive aid type thing. And caffeine-wise, it's actually quite mild. So you probably, I mean, there's a 40 serving tub, but it'd be 20 servings. So 40 servings a half scoop, 20 servings at the full scoop. You will probably want the full scoop, certainly if you're used to pre-workouts, or you're a bigger guy, bigger, whatever. You'd probably want to check that out. But half a scoop, you will feel it. It will give you a nice buzz through a workout, definitely an uplift for an hour. But yeah, with the full scoop, you will get the full Honey Badger experience, or at least what they're trying to achieve with this. And it, as I say, it's remarkably smooth. And the flavour's pretty good too, texture-wise, because there's a good range of ingredients here in the... some of them do tend to give a slightly more chalky powder. Actually, it mixes out just fine. I was worried about that when I saw the panel. It's actually just fine on it. I've tried the rainbow candies. There's a grape one, which is technically jelly tots is what they're going for, which is a bit more fun, but they didn't want to use the name. And there is a Zyklone, I think, which is kind of like their, I think it's like the lemon freedom pop type thing we've seen in some of the other ones. Like Rainbow Lolly, I think is what they're after. Anyway, yeah, it's more like a Canadian ice creamy dessert thing. But yeah, Rainbow Treats, can't go wrong, sort of themed after Skittles. Yeah, tastes very pleasant indeed. And yeah, don't think this is a super one that's going to kill you. It's actually quite a well-balanced pre-workout. It's been very well put together. So this is why I was happy to bring this on as the first Yummy Sports pre-workout. So, other thing you'll notice, I mentioned too, is we've done some new Yummy Sports stacks. I will be doing a 2 ISO bag one. I've been meaning to do it for ages, and we'll give you a free shaker with that. We have some of these. We've got in blue, and we've got in pink. Very suitable pick and mix pink. Yummy Sports shakers. They've got blender bottles inside. They're pretty hardy. They've got a carrying loop thing. So they're not actually blender bottles, but knockoff ones. They're actually nice shakers though. We have got the Recovery Just Got Yummy. So that's where you get a full bag of the ISO. And you can actually pick this in there as well. It gives you a £10 discount on the bundle if you buy this bag. And one of their Candies BCAA, vegan-friendly BCAA things with electrolytes in. And we've just created a brand new Sweet and Savage bundle with the pre-workout in, and you get an ISO protein. So in terms of other brands, we call this a before and after stack, or as I just did for Ghost, the before and after life stack. So you get a pre-workout for before the gym, post-workout recovery is then handled by the whey protein afterwards, or the isolate protein afterwards. So yeah, you get a free shaker with that as well, and you can choose your colour too. So that's on site, good saving, 10% or so you get on that. Don't miss that one there. Now, okay, what am I at? 44 minutes. Yep, I am going on for my longest one ever. Oh, okay. Making up for lost time. Right, okay. That's done. Yummy Sports is done. Okay, just need to mention these guys basically. The Alani Nu has had its launch. There is a dedicated video, as I said. I need to make it kind of public, but if you go onto the blog post on our site, if you follow the YouTube links, or indeed click the video tab on our web pages, you see the video Millie and I did. It's a pretty long one. It's about half-hour epic or something, but that skirts over most of the range. You can see why we like it and the sort of facts we've pulled out about it. But in a nutshell, yeah, I'll go into Alani Nu. Here, there you go, Alani Nutrition, in from the States as well. It's very, very popular over there, grown very, very quickly over the last year or two. It is quite a young brand. They've got some big influences. You may know Whitney Simmons. You may know Nikki Blacketter. I'm sure those of you know them, know her. She has got they've all got loads of followers. I mean, it's the usual deal with them. So, I mean, don't be fooled into thinking it's just an influencer-driven brand. I mean, Ghost use big influencers as well, very effectively, but it's fantastic products as well. And what we really like, obviously with both of the brands, but what we really like about them is the experience is put front and center. Yes, they have to do something. So yes, there has to be a sort of functional hit from these things, the pharmaceutical ingredients in the tubs, but the experience of it, how you feel taking it, how you feel coming off it, the flavors on the way in, I mean, this is vital. So everything we do in the pick and mix, yes, it's a kind of desserty, protein bar, decadent snack thing. That's where I came into this from. But I have the same attitude when it comes to supplements, and I want to make sure it's actually an enjoyable experience. Like, yeah, you could just drink petrol if you really wanted to go nuts somewhere, but these things are supposed to be enjoyable. Like with the Honey Badger even, the flavor has to be pretty good. If something doesn't taste good, I just don't look forward to taking it. Ultimately, I'll stop taking it, and it'd be a waste of money. Like, if I do that, you guys will do that too. There's only so much you can put up with something that tastes horrible or makes you feel awful. for a good leg day or whatever it may give you. So we always, in the long run, will go with supplements that some might say are on the weaker side, but really they are more usable, ongoing. They're not going to give you horrible crashes. You're not going to regret taking it. We always kind of prioritize the experience. This is exactly what Alani Nu do. It is, I think it's probably fair to say it's a female focused brand. It's very, very soft. And between the logo and the nice, I mean, it's kind of recessive even. I mean, Ghost grabs you, right? The Alani Nu is, more benign, more pale, more pastel colors and everything. So it's very cute. Again, it's very, very suitable for the mix. It's exactly the sort of thing that we can do great things with here. But yeah, the formulas kind of follow that through, so it's consistent if nothing else. So it's lovely marketing, but also what goes inside, quality ingredients, all fully disclosed, and they're using trademark patented formulas all over the place, so you know you can trust the ingredients that go in. In a weird way, you'll notice the nutritional panels are very, very simple, and the dosages are not sort of right up there. They're just, these have been designed quite carefully to give the most people a pleasant experience on it. So some people who are very used to pre-workouts or abusing pre-workouts or like the strongest things on the market, yeah, you might have to double scoop it, and they're not cheap. So I mean, that's going to make it a very, very expensive thing. It's maybe not the brand for you, but for most people who want to, still very, very noisy road here, who want to day in, day out, go to the gym, enjoy the experience. They don't want to have a big crash afterwards. They don't want their face to burn off with tingles and the rest of it. This is the product for you, and you're almost paying them not to put crap in, not to put fillers in. So in terms of the pre-workout, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. That's all you're getting here, but solid dosages of each one, and they're giving you stuff for endurance, energy, and pump. So they're covering all the bases you're going to want from this. You've got citrulline for the pump, fine. You've got beta-alanine to give you that little, I guess that heat, the rise the tingles tends to give you. It does help endurance and stuff, but they've halved it. Interestingly, they've halved it. So usually you would see 3.2 grams of beta-alanine, beta-alanine, or whatever they call it in the States, versus 250 milligrams of caffeine. They've basically kept up caffeine here at 200 milligrams, but they've halved the beta-alanine to 1.6. So you'll get the first initial hit of tingles, but you'll notice it backs off very, very quickly. And I think certainly in terms of the feedback girls tend to give, they don't like the beta-alanine pre-workouts. This is why Ghost Burn's done very well for us. This is why for the longest time PES's supplements, Prolific, Alphamine have done incredibly well, because there's no beta-alanine. You don't really need it. It's, some people don't think the pre-workout's doing anything if you take it out, but some people will avoid a product largely because of that. They dread what it's going to do. And it's saying, with this one, again, no beta-alanine, you don't have to worry about that. Pretty cool. So there is a little bit in here, just enough so you can feel it's doing something, but as I say, it backs off pretty quickly. Then you've got L-tyrosine, so that's a focus aid. Then you've got caffeine, 200 milligrams. Yeah, you could probably get away with 250 before you have any kind of significant crash from it, but 200, 250, that's about the sweet spot. Most people don't want more than that. Certainly not if you're training in the evening, you probably don't want more than that. And finally, L-theanine as Theacalm. So that is designed to basically chill you out after the fact. So it won't give you a horrible crash. It kind of mellows you rather than just having a big spike up and down. So it's quite a nice ingredient to tuck on the end there. But it, again, just rounds this off as a very feel-good product. And this is how we've led in. The other thing worth mentioning is flavors. These guys go to town on the flavors. I think we have 9 on the pre-workout. This is Citrus Dew. I really like this. Not proved to be a bestseller. Consequently, we've got a few tubs left of it, but it's really nice. Basically tastes like Mountain Dew, sort of Sprite-y type thing. Yeah, this is a big one for me. In fact, it was the strength of this that I thought, yeah, actually, we can run with this. But they have loads. Hawaiian shaved ice, Carnival cotton, Carnival candy grape, I think it is. They've got Arctic White, which is kind of a white monster, kind of citrus grapefruit thing. They have got Mimosa, which is very unique, very different, kind of like a sharp orangey thing, cocktaily, very nice. They have got rainbow candy or stuff, so like a Skittlesy type one. Loads of flavors. And it's just very, very enjoyable. So you can drink these long as well. You can sip them. Yeah, it's great. And then that same one goes over to the BCAA. So there's 4 flavors of those we have at present. There's a gummy worms, and there's like a sour peach rings as well. Those 2 are the best sellers. I've tried the strawberry kiwi though. That's really nice. Big fan of that myself. Protein powders. How am I doing for time on this one? Eesh, talking about slows. There's a lot I could say about this. For remarkably simple products, it's that's a good thing, I think. It's just you'll take these and you will enjoy the experience. I can guarantee that. Like, it's not gonna, because it's not the strongest thing there, it won't tick that box for some people. This is, I'll say it right now, and it is a pricier product. So it's just, you are paying for the quality that goes in there, and you are paying for them to have ensured, to have guaranteed a nice experience that comes out of it. Obviously, you do pay for the branding as well, and they do work with some massive influence. Even Whitney Simmons has got like 3 million followers, something crazy. So very cool, but everything is engineered to be, you know, like a nice product and to cause minimal distress. That's pretty cool too. Again, focused at women first and foremost. You don't really want bloating and stuff, and you don't really want, you know, to be uncomfortable on taking these supplements. And their whey protein, for example, we got down here, they also have a plant protein. Whey protein is the big hitter, and I think there's 6 flavors or so on that one. There's a confetti cake, there's a peanut butter brownie, I think we've still got a couple of tubs, there's a straight up chocolate, there's a blueberry muffin, there's a very, very surprisingly popular fruity cereal milk, that's a real winner from them. All these proteins, they are, again, on the pricier side, but they're all gluten-free, very, very low lactose. They've got added Vita Cherry as well, which is designed to just, again, improve the experience of this. So, you know, enzymes and the rest of it. And it's made from isolate and hydrolyzed whey. So again, very, very filtered, very, very processed. Some people aren't into that, but it does mean it's going to cause minimal distress in taking it. So less bloating, everything else. Great calories too, about 110, 120 calories a serving. Yeah, it's, you know, awesome shakes. They mix up really nicely. They taste really well. They are on the sweeter side, particularly the confetti cake, and it has sprinkles in. Yeah, just wonderful shakes. I think they'll do well in the mix. They're also quite nice dinky tubs, as you'll notice. So it's kind of, yeah, it's just cute. I mean, they look great as well. I mean, forget them tasting good, forget them making you feel good. They look great too. So I mean, on paper, it's absolutely a fantastic brand for the mix. And we do have a largely female customer base here, believe it or not. And I think it will go down very well. The reviews have been good coming in as well. So buy one, get one free. People couldn't resist, went absolutely mad on it. We had some insane orders going out, a dozen different tubs going out, things like that. So we'll have to see how this goes in the new year. They also do a product called Balance. Now, this is not something I can talk about that much because, you know, my female hormonal balance is not really an issue, but it's very popular for them in the States. And if you look at many of the, they have thousands of positive reviews. They're in GNC out there, right? So they do get a lot of tubs out. This is, helps with a whole bunch of different things like, kind of bloating, stuff that you get on, you know, on your cycle and stuff, your period. It would just balances out your hormones a little bit around that. So yes, that could be your mood. It could be you struggling to sleep. It could be discomfort and kind of gastrointestinal stuff. It could be your skin. So this is the big one. You see a lot of testimonials where they've got before and afters with kind of inflamed skin, kind of acne sort of breakouts and type stuff. So it's supposed to help wonderfully with that. So this isn't something I can really talk about that much, but this is why Millie did stuff in the video, and yeah, it's a tried and tested. There's so many reviews. Just jump online, go over to their website, you'll see that people really swear by this stuff. So that's Balance. That was the first SKU to sell out when we put the sale up. So I was tentative. I was like, look, we do proteins, we do BCAAs, we do pre-workouts. Can we sell something, you know, female hormone kind of balancing supplement? I don't know. It made me a little bit uncomfortable, but it went out the door and people seemed to be very happy that we had it, and we didn't buy nearly enough. So it will be coming back in. What else? We've got some multivits. They do some like probiotics and things. We might pick up some of these. They do a greens powder. I'm looking at the other one that sold out straight away was the pump. So they do a stim-free pump product. Again, very, very simple. I think there's just 2 or 3 ingredients in there, but effective. There's nitroglycerin, there's glycerol, all the usual kind of stuff. Give you a great workout without worrying about the caffeine. And of course, you can stack it with the pre-workout there. BCAAs, yeah, I wish that was a little bit cheaper because it's a great way into it, but it's a lovely BCAA product. It's just, yeah, it's not EAAs, it's BCAAs with added glutamine and then electrolytes as well. So all designed to be very, very drinkable. They're all vegan friendly too. They're all plant-based on those, and that goes for the BCAAs and the pump and the the pre-workout as well. So they actually promise this, all gluten-free. Protein shakes, obviously not vegan, but veggie-friendly. The plant-based shake, they do chocolate and they do fruity cereal. We never got the fruity cereal. We did get the chocolate, sold out right away. It's a very unique blend on the vegan, or at least it would be if it weren't very similar to the Ghost vegan blend, the one with the watermelon seed in and stuff. So I think it's a tri-source one, because we know the Ghost one's good. We know it's got a great texture. We know it's great quality stuff, good source of vegan proteins. They've piggybacked on that, I would I think. So, you know, it's going to be a winner, but we'll have more of that back in soon. And the other one I've got tucked on the end here, they do some very nice energy drinks. So again, dinky little cans on this. These are stronger. They're stronger than the grenade one I've got here. Great flavors again. Shared with the pre-workouts. We don't have these yet, but I believe the UK importer will be getting these early in the new year. And yeah, these have been spectacularly popular in the States, spectacularly popular at GNC, and I'm sure they will be here. Okay, where am I at? Where am I at? 56 minutes, I'm going to get an hour. This final one then, my good buddies over at Ghost, Dan and the crew over there were good enough to hook us up for the Saturday of Pink Friday with the mango margarita and the strawberry daiquiri Maxx Chewning collab flavors. So I think I showed you these before. They look absolutely gorgeous, and there's a lovely orange tint to this tub too. Strawberry daiquiri there, that's the new flavor. Lovely pink tint to it too. Very limited edition. They've sold out in the States again. I think they just chucked some back up for their own Black Friday sale. That was the last of their stock. And yeah, when it's gone, it's gone. And the other cool one is because obviously we've got Maxx's candy. So, you know, we do a load with Maxx, and we're going to be doing a load more with Maxx, especially, and this is probably a little teaser, we will be getting his new flavor, wink wink. You might have seen he's got 3 flavors currently on the sour strips. He's got rainbow, he's got strawberry, he's got blue raspberry, he's got Maxx's signature mango coming. So we've got his sour candy in mango, and we've got the mango margarita. I'm hoping the stock of this holds out long enough that we can tie up with that launch. It will be happening before Christmas, so watch this space, and it will be in our bundles and all the rest of it as well. Anyway, Ghost were cool enough to hook us up with this. Also some of the Ghost blender bottle infrared shakers. We got some of those back in at long last, and that enabled us to do free shaker promos with the various Ghost stacks we have up on site. So this is now available in all those stacks. So the pre-workout stacks, the before and after type thing, the bust-in bundle, which is this with aminos. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. I've created new ones. But we got some of those while stocks last. Grab those in the mix. Fantastic product. Not only are the flavors great, unique, singular, the Maxx Chewning flavors they designed with him, and they actually do work together on these. I've asked them about it. It's actually got added pump ingredients, so really cool. I love a pump product. This has got added vasodrives. That's exclusive to the Maxx Chewning blend, and for me, that's probably the best balance of Legend. I mean, he did the Christian Guzman one, Dan did the Christian Guzman one, which had a crazy amount of beta-alanine and that special ingredient to take the, I think Carna Prime or whatever it was, to take the beta-alanine tingles away, and then tons and tons of caffeine, loads of nootropics as well. That was great. It was a good roller coaster experience, but maybe not an everyday one. Maxx for me is just perfect. It takes the Legend blend, the tried and tested, the very popular Legend blend, and adds in the vasodrive. Yeah, it's just fantastic. So I'm going to really miss this when it's gone. I'm definitely going to hold some tabs back for myself. But if you haven't tried it, you need to before it disappears. And as soon as we get Maxx's new candy in, we will try and do maybe a giveaway or something. But we might bring back one of our Pink Friday deals, which was free candy with every tub of this. So you get strawberry with this, and you get new mango with this, probably something like that. We will see. Oh, thank you, Ghost. They all support, so it's fantastic working with us, guys. Honestly, it's such a great relationship, and I really value it so much. They care so much about what they're doing. Yeah, it just makes it fantastic fun. It's kind of why I do what I do here, because it's the people who are involved in these brands that make the things work, just as it's you guys coming and stopping by and picking these and sharing them with us that make it work for all of us. So, I mean, it's a lovely sort of family thing going on. The old happy family kind of cringe, but it's yeah, it's cool. So I mean, every time we get to the end of the year, and this is now 6th year of Pick and Mix, 7th one coming up, I think. Don't know what it is. There'll be another birthday coming up, but it's amazing. Again, I'm still here doing it, and we're doing well, and we've got, you know, good team around me, and loads of you guys who actually watch this. And I actually looked, there's followers. Like the YouTube channel had 215 followers or subscribers or whatever you call it. So that's cool, because I remember when there was like 3. So somehow that's built up, despite me rambling for an hour. Yeah, you guys actually watch these videos or bits and pieces of them. Anyway, whatever. So I'm going to shut up, because this is officially the longest one I've ever done. And I will let you get back to a weekend and enjoying your Christmas. So yeah, it'll be slow in the mix, I think, for the rest of it. We're going to keep ploughing stuff out there, but I know I'm not going to see a bunch of you guys until the new year. We will probably do 1, if not 2 more videos, and they'll be shorter than this, I promise you that, before Christmas kicks in. But yeah, if you don't see another after this, have a fantastic holiday season, guys. All the best for New Year, and I look forward to seeing you in the mix again soon. For everyone else who's going to keep us busy when various new bits and pieces hit over the next week or 2, then great, bring it on. Yeah, thank you for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. And yeah, see you next time, wherever it may be. Bye for now.